Hello and welcome to a slightly crazy episode of AntipoDnD. The episode may or may not be crazy. Everything leading up to it in the past half an hour has been crazy. We've had technical problems. We've had theories about the shape of the Earth. We've had the contents of April's fridge, apparently. But I am David. I'm the Dungeon Master for this show. It is a game in which a bunch of us Australians play Dungeons and Dragons in a setting partly inspired by prehistoric Australia and New Zealand. My players are April, Kynwyn, Doug, and Zindi. And last session, our heroes, having arrived at the port town of Hedria, learned that the Dwarven Stonehold of Skaldir is in lockdown for reasons unknown, and they want to get into Skaldir, so this is a problem. And lo and behold, a potential solution has presented itself after a brief conversation with Clement, the tavern keep. They learned that an individual who runs the curio shop, a dwarf named Breslin something. Where are my notes? I didn't open my notes. Technical problems.
I don't think we got her last name, did we?
I don't think we asked her last name.
No.
No, she's a dwarf. It'll be like Breslin, Bright Beard.
Jewel.
Breslin Hole Digger.
Breslin totally not artifact smuggler.
Yeah. Breslin legitimate business person.
We are full of beans today. Sorry,
Breslin Hark. Breslin Hark.
No, later.
Hark, her name is Breslin. But yes, that she might be looking for some people to help with some kind of retrieval operation that might involve a secret entrance to the Stonehold.
Then we realized
she
that we
cast
just
insight on us.
Get out of her.
And she was like, no.
However, they have previously... April's just Apriled. April's just had a... This is the night we're having, folks.
She's been swallowed by her fridge.
I'm back.
Disconnected.
Sorry.
Which I assume means that our faces have all shuffled around a little.
Briefly, yes. Zindi was Dungeon Master for a moment. Well, Zindi was me, because it has name and role.
Well, that's exciting. She gets to have a little power.
That would be terrifying.
As a treat.
There would be
As
no
a treat.
survivors.
I do want to see a glimpse into that world. I think it's both delightful and a little terrifying.
Look, I GM'd a total of once, and I used the phrase, I'm not saying it's in the vents, but...
So, dear viewers, this is the kind of evening that we're having. We will find a way through it.
My partner ran over his internet with a lawnmower today, and we still managed to do the other tabletop. So we're winning.
Mercury in retrograde.
It's the cheese.
Stop. So,
He's gonna start rolling for Hydra. I swear to God.
something to
Is there a
clarify.
Hydra?
I could
Roll
throw.
perception.
I could throw a Hydra at you. I have that
Come up
power.
out of the hollow earth.
So, something to
Feel
clarify. To clarify from last week, it's getting into the evening. Were you planning on sleeping in the tavern or on your boat tonight?
Boat.
Both, I think.
It's free.
Okay.
Yeah.
So to move things forward, is there anything you want to do in this evening, or do you want to get your long rest and then start afresh in the morning?
Long rest, please.
Long rest. I'm just gonna poke my spells while we long rest as well.
Okay. Poke those spells. Right.
Yes.
So you get your rest. The next morning, as you wake, you are intercepted by Gwapta Gill, your first mate, who says that during his night watch, he had a conversation with Mercy, the boat, and they came to an agreement that Mercy was a little reluctant to go through with, but they eventually agreed it would be for the best. And Gwapta presents you with what is basically a little wooden boat. It looks like a little replica of Mother's Mercy. It's not
he
very.
built it himself. Is he one of those?
It's not very finely detailed. It is roughly hewn, but yeah, you can see it is more or less meant to be your boat. It's got the 2 masts. It's got the rough shape is there.
On the back.
And Guapta says, "So, Captain, this probably be best if you take a hold of this." And
Sure. What's
What's in here?
you'll hear Mercy's voice say in your head, "That is a piece of me."
Oh.
Ooh.
It is not
Oh.
entirely pleasant, but to have this removed, but it is functional. Captain, would you care to give it a squeeze?
Okay. Trench is a little uncomfortable, but
Buy
he
him
will do
a
as he
drink
is told.
first.
Seriously. He will give it a squeeze, a light squeeze.
Yes. Yes, I did indeed feel that.
I'm not okay with this.
Okay.
So, this is a way to contact me, wherever I happen to be.
Oh, squeaky, squeaky.
I doubt you'll be able to do more than just get my attention, but apparently your first mate, well, he's not your first mate, he's your sailing master is
He's all our
He's like
mate.
our second mate.
going to be doing some trading. We're taking me away from you for a short time. So if you need us to return, give us a squeeze.
All right, makes sense. How about like 2 panicked squeezes for it's bad?
Double fast.
Yes, and how about another message for please disregard that was an accident?
What if you tap it? Like quite vigorously.
Oh yeah. Do you feel difference between a tap and a squeeze? Trench will do those.
You know, it needs to be strong and deliberate. Otherwise, it's...
Dang, we could have done Morse code. That'd be fun.
I have people walking over my decks constantly.
Say, man.
I mean,
Okay.
Morse code would be how you do it.
So if you really panicked 2 squeezes is panic, and we're coming back and we're being chased by a dragon or something. And then disregard that, I can do maybe 1 long squeeze.
I see. And what about you would like us to return, but in our own time?
A short 1 squeeze.
Very well. Guapta says, well, so I guess we'll be heading off soon. We've made some purchases, ready to do some trade. Good luck to you. Obviously, we'll head back as soon as you need us.
Do you mind the blood rain?
Yeah,
stick to the coast, like we said. Yeah, stay to the coast. There's demons coming out of that, man.
Okay, so you now have a method of recalling Mother's Mercy whenever you need to.
It doesn't require Guapta to be hassled by a seagull.
Yep, the time to arrive, won't necessarily be within the same day, but it means there will be less waiting for them to come back when the time comes.
I have written it down. I will post it in the chat.
Are you gonna wear like the boat in your hair, like one of those fancy ladies from?
Like
Marie Antoinette.
Yeah.
It's not
Drench will tangle the boat in his hair somewhere.
It's small enough that it fits quite comfortably. You can close your fist around it easily.
He just puts it back in his hair. It's in there somewhere.
Nice.
Okay, now
I think we have a bag of holding too. We just never use it because
We've
we've
got
just
a
been
hair
using
of
Drench's
holding.
hair. Yeah.
You have a hair of holding and a coin purse of holding.
to be fair, this little wooden facsimile of the ship is not exactly so heavy that I would need you to keep track of which container you're putting it in.
All of the little bugs in Drench's hair, like the little sea bugs, can just like get on the
old
ship
boat.
and they can sail through.
Oh,
It'll be like in Men in Black when they
Fun.
open the locker and there's
Yeah.
yeah, you
Just
lift up
having
his
their own
hair and they're all just
adventures in
like,
there.
Okay.
There's another smaller game going on now.
yeah.
yes.
Are you heading to the curio shop?
Obs, yeah.
No, it's in the
They
morning.
say, hey,
So, yeah,
Gwen,
wrestling.
Me?
maybe you should do
Yes?
the talking this time.
I did the talking last time, and she did not offer us cheeky side job. So
I mean, I also kind of started the talking. I think that's what maybe soured her mood.
I mean, we can all have another try. We've got her number now.
I was
We
just
know
curious.
she's a shady, entrepreneurial sort. So
Okay.
In we go.
In you go, little ding-a-ling-ling on the door.
Yay.
Again, you're surrounded by mundane, souvenir-style trinkets and curios. And Breslin, as she's behind the counter, she looks up and says, welcome back. How can I help you today?
Is there anyone else in the shop?
No, it is just the four of you and her.
This is like, there's like 10 jewelry stores within like a 10-minute walk of where I live, and the only way they're all open is if it's all money laundering.
There's about 6 tobacconists in my hometown and about 4 more slated to open. We don't know what's up with that either.
Actually, that would explain all of the fashion stores in Richmond.
Yeah,
There's a
no
lot
one's
in
going into
Richmond.
boutiques anymore.
No. Money laundering.
Mm-hmm. Anyway,
So
Breslin.
Breslin
Hi.
has asked you a question.
How can she help us? Was what she said.
We were in the tavern last night and we heard rather an interesting little tip.
Oh yes, something that might interest me.
Mostly more that interested us, actually, regarding you. We heard that you were looking for people to run you a little errand. And we just so happened to be in the mood
Name the
to
elf.
run an errand.
Clement.
Hmm?
His
Todd
name's
isn't saying
Clement,
his-
man.
Yeah, name the elf.
Clement.
Oh yes, Clement.
Clement.
Sorry, Clement was advising us to ask you for some.
She says, "Are you sure you didn't mishear? I've nothing on the jobs board at the moment."
Oh, he said that this was something off the books.
Under the table, if you know what I mean, man. No, that
Yes.
sounded bad.
I mean, we are planning on heading to what's it called anyway? Lockdown Palace, Dwarf Town.
Skaldia.
Skaldia. We were headed
Dwarf
there
Town.
anyway. And
Yes, so if there's anything we can do for you while we're there.
it could be, as you say, mutually beneficial.
Gwendolyn, please give me a persuasion check.
Got it. Got it.
Persuasion. Go.
Did we help?
10
You helped to neutralize the disadvantage you would have had.
It's only an 11.
Plus guidance.
Yeah,
That's
that
with
was
guidance.
with guidance.
Oh, that was with guidance. Jeez.
I am immune. I mean, this dwarf is immune to me.
She says,
You don't have a beard.
I don't.
Yeah.
actually, I'm going to get her to do an insight check. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, she's going to say, "You're not very good at this, are you?"
Oh, your
Yeah.
background.
Are new to this line of diplomacy, I'll be honest. But we are willing to learn on the job.
Everything you say,
Also-
Gwen, Sounds really suspicious. I just wanted to point that
What
out.
precisely did dear Clement tell you?
That would require me to remember things for more than 1 week.
Hang on.
Clement suggested there was perhaps some work for someone who could get into Skaldir. Or
Look,
indeed,
man,
that
are
you
you
had a way
smuggling
in and that we
magical-
could assist.
Are you smuggling magical artifacts or not? We're trying to get into Skaldir for our own purposes, man. If you want us to go in, tell us the way. If there's something you want us to grab, we can grab it for you and bring it back as a thanks.
Okay.
That's that.
With that, she's going to look at the four of you and try and size you up. She goes, well,
Is that a fucking knoll?
It's like a knoll. There's flies in Drench's hair.
Yeah.
she says,
A dead fish, man.
I
And
will-
the most beautiful tiefling you've ever seen.
I will warn you in advance that if you do find your way into Skaldir, you might stand out.
We
Why is
are
that?
aware that we don't look particularly dwarfish, but we do have a legitimate reason to be there as non-dwarves, so that won't be a problem.
Right, maybe I could help with some like illusion magic or something. I have a little bit.
Well, she
Yes,
says,
I can cast a very pretty color in the opposite direction.
I've decided I'd rather not know about anything that you might or might not be planning to do inside Skaldir. The issue, the work that I need help with is on the way to Skaldir, but it's not
Even better.
on the road, so to speak. There is
Detail.
another way in that very few know about, and even fewer are able to find. A colleague of mine recently said that they would be returning from Skaldir soon with, and I quote, the find of a century. They were supposed to be here 3 days ago. They are never late.
That's
I-
concerning.
Have to assume that something has happened to them. I would be curious to know what it is, but I am more curious to know what they found, and to have it in my possession.
Let that be her character note.
Oh, she knows what she wants.
Mhm.
Concerned friend, but
Hmm.
He's got my shit.
Hmm. Bitch owes me money.
I get
I
it.
was promised a score.
Is it?
In the
She
backseat
says,
of my foreign car. Yeah.
now, to be clear, if you tell anybody about this, I will, of course, deny it and implicate you in something else. So we are in this together, or you are out right now, and you turn around and walk away. You understand?
obviously.
God just
Crystal
shrugs.
clear.
Duncan
well.
is full fish-eyed mode.
She says,
No
One
inside check
eyeball
needed for
blinks
those
than
two.
the other.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. All four eyes in slightly different directions.
she says,
The
well,
ghost eyes. Just like...
I know there is a passage through the mountains. I know the entrance from outside, but my contact was the only one who knows the safe path, as he puts it, through. He made very certain not to tell anyone else because he liked being the only one who knew. So once
Okay,
you're
we're chill with unsafe paths. It's fine.
So once you're in there, you will be on your own, I'm afraid. And I cannot guarantee your safety. But I can give you... this is David checking his notes for the quest.
Does it have a funny name?
But I can give you 10% commission on whatever the find sells for, plus 500 gold pieces on top of that.
Sure.
Well,
How's that sound, Grin?
I mean, we would have
Good.
taken just the tip, but I...
I don't think Gwen
that's
would have, but the
acceptable
rest of us would have.
considering
Well, okay.
mean, we
Todd
were
would have
going
been
anyway.
fine just being told. Yeah. Anyway.
The rest of the three of us would have taken like a stick of celery and like a jar of peanut
Yeah,
butter as payment.
Todd would have done it for cheese.
Someone say peanut butter.
Peanut butter.
So she will therefore give you a few more details. She will point out on a map that the entrance is actually in the mountains to the north of Skaldir. So you'll basically be going under the mountains and then following through the mountains to another underground entrance to Skaldir itself. But once you're in, where exactly that goes is unknown. She tells you that the missing, that her colleague, their name is... What is their name? Their name is irrelevant. You will recognize them as a tattooed dwarf with a thin black beard and a bald head.
Tattooed dwarf, thin black beard. Okay.
They normally...
Are there notes on what his tattoos are?
yes, they are traditional dwarven tattoos.
Runes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Trad dwarf hats.
She explains that he normally travels with 2 to 3 others. He says that it is for safety. She assumes this to be so that he has someone he can outrun when being chased by monsters.
You don't have to be the fastest.
Gotta
But
be fastest and the slowest.
she has no idea what the actual item is, but
Right.
it is
okay.
almost certain to be on his possession because he would not trust anyone else with it.
Okay. So tattoos and black beard, travels with 3 others. Okay. Yes. Hey, do you have anything that like used to belong to him or anything? Like maybe a shirt or something,
She
or
says,
like an artifact or a bag.
for divination purposes.
Oh, kind of. I mean, Todd's got a really good nose on him, so it's gonna
Well,
let him have a smell.
First of all, he's very careful not to leave such things around. He does not wish to be found unless he's specifically asked for it. Secondly, the mountains in that area have a property that seems to block all kind of magical divination, communication, teleportation.
Oh, Todd's not magic.
Well, he is, but
Yeah, I mean, Todd's a magical guy. But, you know.
Well,
His power lies in his snoot.
then perhaps you'll simply need to search for the smell of dwarf. I can't imagine there'd be too many moving through that passage.
Okay. Smell of dwarf. In my head, Drench is all writing this down in a little tiny notebook. Smell of dwarf. Got it.
he's right-handed or left-handed?
Left-handed. He's a Molly Duca for sure.
He just like writing out his arm is the notebook. It's just...
Yeah. Oh, on the fur. Ugh. Okay, well that sounds like we got everything. Which way?
Yeah, so she's marked it on the map, and
Okay.
she is going to say, but since you now know what my side business is, are you looking for any special items to assist you in this particular task?
We were always interested in special items.
I might be prepared to offer you a discount if you can convince me that they will help you with this task.
Sure. Can we have a look at your wares?
Yes.
Open inventory.
Select show me the special items dialogue line.
Yeah.
So she
Show me the good stuff.
is
I
going
would
to
like to peruse your
she
goods.
gets up and turns the sign around, saying the curio shop now appears closed. Then
That is the biggest sign that you're doing something shifty.
unlocks the door to the back office where Drench detected magical items before.
Yeah.
And inside there are certainly a few non-magical but illicit items like ceremonial dwarven weapons and pieces of armor that probably aren't any better than anything you'd buy from a smith, but they're obviously of significant historical value, and they probably shouldn't have been removed from the Stonehold.
She's
But
got a cassette of that one Pokemon episode with the boobs.
there are also...
Is she a collector, or is she just shady?
Capital C.
Give me an insight check, please.
Sure.
Inside
For the viewer's benefit, collector in this game is with a capital C, because there is a group called the Collectors who basically, and yes, Drench will know all of this with a natural 20, for a total of 27. Yeah, Drench, you have heard of them somehow around Heron's Perch.
He's probably stumbled into a ruin or two before.
These people who...
Lots of smuggling out of like small coves.
They like,
Yeah, right.
Basically, they like taking historical, stuff, especially from pre-cataclysm ruins. And basically, it's almost a competition to see who can sell an item for the most. They will generally collect a few items for themselves, but the real test is who can make the biggest sale. And there's no real reward for it, it's just prestige, but it is highly competitive in that regard.
Something British Museum.
Yeah.
Topical.
We were all thinking it.
So, yeah, she is probably, given the kind of items that they're dealing with, she is probably expecting to make an obscene amount of money on whatever it is you're looking for. So that a 10% commission will probably see you all rather rich.
Nice.
French won't say anything. He'll keep it to himself.
And the magical items, or the items that might be of interest to you as a party, there is a belt with dwarven runes and styling. There is a small magical ring. Let me just
Ring of
see if there's
protection,
appearance. No,
please.
there's nothing It's a gold ring bearing a fluorite stone.
Fluorite, pretty.
Which one's fluorite?
There is
The one you brush your teeth with.
some kind of
Oh,
jug.
it's green.
There is a jug with lots of stoppers in it, rather than just the one.
I know you.
There is a horn, like the type that you blow through, and there is what at first glance looks like just a coil of silk rope. But
I'm listening.
I'll give you the links and the prices.
Mm-hmm.
She
Not
might
much for the.
she
alchemy
might
jug.
be prepared to. Well, oh yeah, you've got previews for all of those links now. Thank you, Discord. But scroll up and you'll see the prices, and they are. She will probably give you a discount on those prices that I've listed there if you're nice.
Oh, alchemy jug. Mayonnaise. Mayonnaise.
Or dwarf belt.
Oh,
Dwarf belt
the
is
dwarf
expensive
belt.
though.
The dwarf
I don't
belt,
recognize
yeah.
this.
Maybe we.
I don't recognize this belt. Is this something special?
Belt of Dwarven Kind, which does stuff to your... it boosts your constitution.
It's the one that gives you an extra beard.
And it
Yeah,
guarantees...
An extra beard.
Mhm.
It guarantees growing a full beard if you're capable.
A fish man with. Oh.
I think Dagmar briefly had one, and it might be why she got a full beard between seasons.
Sensory,
Wizards.
tendrily things.
And if you aren't...
Yeah, I guess.
If you aren't a dwarf, it'll give you dwarven racial traits such as resistance to poison, dark vision, and you will be able to speak, read, and write Dwarvish.
Mm.
However,
Dark-
I like the
Imagine
dwarves. The dwarves in Artemis
Dark vision.
Fowl, their beards
One of
are
my
sensory organs.
The ring is a ring of puzzler's wit that gives you,
It's intelligence.
it gives you advantage on. You can spend a charge to get advantage on intelligence checks, which will probably help all of you in this campaign. There's the
Here,
alchemy.
idiots.
There's the alchemy jug that I think needs no introduction.
Mm.
Love the alchemy joke. 10 out of 10.
Horn of Silent Alarm, which is basically a
at that
way
now.
of getting someone's attention, an ally's attention, without anybody else hearing that that a signal has been sent. And there is a rope of climbing.
I think the rope of climbing would be handy for us. Because none of us, to my knowledge, can fly unless I turn into an eagle. But I can't fly for like another bunch of levels yet.
Correct.
Yeah.
I can't fly.
My fish does not have wings.
I like that
Rope of climbing?
pours out beer, but yes.
And mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise.
And
I had to-
honey.
I illustrated one once for D&D.
There you go. What's the treasury like at the moment?
We can afford one of the cheaper items.
Without the discount. She did mention that there
With
might
a
be a
discount, we have 4,400 at the moment. I support the rope of climbing idea.
Mm.
I also support
Given
the
that we're
rope of
going
climbing.
into a crevasse.
I feel like we're just about to delve the crevasse. In which case, rope of climbing is a
You
brilliant.
definitely need a rope when you're going crevassing, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, I do have my customary silk rope, but it's not a rope of climbing.
There's not a
Yes.
fancy silk.
Well,
Just
Yeah.
a lovely
now you can
rope.
have the silk rope that can move on its own, kind of.
The
Yeah,
word you're
well,
looking for is spelunking.
That's why I try not to use that word because it reminds me of this one thread I saw about a DC-80 escape artist check, and
I also think of jacking off when I hear spelunking. It's so funny.
it's a classic. I'll pass it on later, but oof.
Okay, rope of climbing? I
yeah.
feel like we're all in for rope of climbing. Yeah.
Yes.
We have all agreed, rope
How
of
much?
climbing. Now to pitch it
How
to
much
the
would the
dwarf.
rope of climbing? Because we're gonna go into the mountains. I feel like that's a we can't fly, man.
Yes, if we're going to navigate an unknown tunnel down into the earth, a rope of climbing seems quite necessary.
Like I could
Like
turn into a
space
bird,
flying
but I
necessary.
never learned how to fly, so I'd just be flapping on the ground, man.
And you can't carry any of us while you're a little bird.
Can I get
No,
a
absolutely not.
persuasion check from either Gwendolyn or Drench?
What's
I
yours?
think Gwen's persuasion's much higher than mine. My persuasion is +1.
Okay, mine's +3. Is Drench helping
guidance.
me?
Yes, Drench is helping.
Yeah.
Guidance.
Advantage and
Oh,
guidance.
you still have guidance. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Cool, so there's 19 plus 4. So
It's
23.
pretty good.
It's good.
She's-
Rope, please.
She says,
Please.
Puppy eyes.
I
That's
can
right.
see how this, Since I honestly have no idea what exactly you're going to be facing down there, this could indeed be quite useful to you. Ooh, how generous am I feeling?
I mean,
How
it
much do you
depends on
want that
how
magic item,
badly
lady?
you want your friend's big score.
Tell me, is the
It's your
rope all
friend.
you're interested in getting?
I mean, I don't want anything else. Does anyone else want anything else?
I mean, I want
For
the
practical
dog. but
reasons? I mean, we all
no,
want the
no
dog.
no practical reasons, no. I think it'd be fun if we had a jug of
No,
alchemy.
I don't think we can get a discount high enough for the belt, so Dunk is pretty chill.
I
Duncan's
don't
eyeing
think-
the belt, but he's not saying anything.
You don't
I don't
want
think
the
any of the other items will.
you don't want the ring.
I have no interest in
Idiots,
intelligence
and-
checks.
Hey, idiots!
This is
Can you fucking do something about yourselves,
this
please?
is I am. It's up to you.
She
but-
thinks
It only
we're
has
stupid.
3 charges, right?
She's like, you're stupid. Do you want a ring that makes you unstupid?
But only
None
on
of you-
3
Yeah, and you look
None
like
of-
idiots.
None of you are stupid. You're only average intelligence.
3 charges. I guess, I mean, we do have to figure out an excuse for why the fuck we're in a locked down city of dwarves when we are all
Seems like a
at a
charisma thing,
minimum
though,
of
right?
6'1"?
Charisma. You got a rhythm.
Think
All
of
right,
all
because
those.
the DM is pushing it.
Think of all
Duncan is
the.
also eyeing the ring.
I do have +3 Riz.
Just think of all the Arcana checks that you've failed.
Don't.
Oh, Gwen doesn't care
Don't.
about that.
April cares a lot. Please, I only play wizards. This is so painful for me.
April does.
Can we
but
get the ring?
Brent could not get
Dress
less.
doesn't give
of
a
a
shit. He doesn't give a
Who's gonna
shit.
wear
He's
it?
very
Gwen
happy.
doesn't care about
He's-
magic.
It's a pretty ring, though.
It is
Ignorance
pretty.
bliss.
And it's green. It's a pretty green ring.
I
That's
I mean,
my
it depends
argument
on
for
how
Gwen.
much you want to throw that ring in for. I mean, we don't need it, obviously, but it is pretty.
She says,
You're really smart.
"What if I were to give you the rope and the ring for 2,000?"
Well, then we would, I think, accept.
That's numbers, yeah.
She looks to the others appraisingly,
Hail. Bap, 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 bap.
raises an eyebrow.
Duncan has disconnected, and Body Dunkle is walking into the wall. And Ghost
Alright.
Dunk is trying to
He's
stop
doing
him.
the Skyrim.
Gwendolyn will
just
accept
disconnected.
the pretty
Drench.
ring.
Drench is staring off into the middle distance. None of us are here right now.
This poor collector is having second thoughts. But it's a bit late. She's made the offer.
No, you should see him with a billhook. Also, he absolutely thrashed someone at the inn last night. He won a lot
She
of money.
probably heard about that shit already.
She says, "No, I heard the noise from the tavern. I chose not to investigate."
He took down the burliest of dwarves.
Oh,
Very
Yeah, he's a
fun.
big guy.
good for you.
So
Thank
if there
you.
is any trouble, he will handle all of that.
What's his
Get the-
name? Like Dwarf Brick Hudson or something?
You get the impression that these tavern brawls are beneath her.
What a fucking mole.
She's too good. I like her a lot.
Wow.
You would. Except Drench is not going
Drench
to make
is
that seeds
zero.
with another shitty,
So-
judgy woman.
Now I have to make friends with like trees and stuff, whatever druids do.
Oh,
Rope of-
you're a nice boy.
So you now have the rope of climbing and the ring of puzzler's wit.
Hey,
And
Okay,
you
rope
are
of climbing to
2,000 gold pieces poorer for it.
Okay, rope of climbing to Todd because best athletics. I
we're
assume.
so poor.
I've probably got better
Then-
athletics, but Todd's going to have better acro.
Athletics.
Oh,
is,
yeah, 'cause-
Athletics is for climbing.
This feels like a roguey thing for the rogue to have the rope.
What's
but do we want
your
the fighter to have the
athletics, Todd?
Athletics.
See,
Athletics is +6.
The beautiful
Okay, so you're only
And
yeah,
acrobatics is +4.
The beautiful thing about the robe is that you don't need to get to a spot to tie it. It just ties itself.
It just goes.
Yeah.
Thematically, I just feel like it suits rogues.
Did you just say your acro is +4?
Yeah. Yes.
How was your acrobatics?
I really enjoy that we run rogues that aren't proficient in acrobatics.
Yep.
It's perfect.
Todd is
But
Todd is not
Your
proficient.
athletics-
Todd is not
That's
proficient in
Athletics is about
acrobatics.
the same as mine,
acrobatics. It
so
was
you may as
all
well take
she
it away.
had.
But Todd is +10 in stealth, which is extraordinary.
It is improvement.
Never see
Um,
that Noel coming.
So yes, still
I
crossing
think that's
Todd
why
then.
everyone like adventures like, is that a no?
Fucking
You'll never
no,
see
so-
that knoll coming
talking
until
about?
they lose their footing and slip.
Yes.
Don't curse us.
So who got the ring in the end? Where's that going?
Gwen.
Oh, Gwen.
Easy.
It's pretty.
Yes, that seems
Okay.
fair.
I mean, it makes the most sense for you to wear it. So
I'm just
the
going
one
to get
that's
it wet
talking.
and moldy.
Now, I was
Drench will put it in his hair somewhere.
thinking
lovely in his
of making you all realize that you've never actually sort of done a day trip of exploration or anything like that. But technically, I think you all actually have bedrolls and your adventurer's kit and stuff anyway in your inventory. So I'm not going to make
we
you.
went tromping
our own
around
stuff.
on
Yeah.
the island. I
So,
mean, not
Drench
the
lives
day.
outside, so he's
Yeah.
fine.
so I'm going to say you have all you need. You have rations. You have the supplies for at least a week's.
I can always make good berries for
Yep.
us too.
Gwendolyn used to live in a caravan. She's fine.
And so the mountains themselves are actually less than a day's travel away, but who knows how long you'll be underground is the main issue.
Mhm.
All right. Now, is there anything else you want to do in town before you set off?
Do we have
What's
potions?
in town?
We-
It was only the curio place, wasn't there? Really?
There's the All Gods Temple. The Port Reeve has
Jeez.
they're basically the sort of mini mayor of town. And there's just all the usual services. There's a general store, that sort of thing.
How much? How much do you weigh? Fishy, Duncan.
Good question. My weight, according to my thing, is 300 of your finest pounds.
What's that in
How
football?
about you, Todd?
Where does it say that?
I think
You
you
would
have
Well,
to
you
come
kind
up
of make
with
it up yourself.
I know, I've never made it up.
Yeah.
How much does a knoll weigh? Isn't that one of those jokes that your dad asks? Or
Male hyenas between 40 and 55 kilo.
Yeah,
something
but
up dog? What's up dog?
gnolls are
He's
much
twice-
larger.
He's huge.
Gnolls
not
are
a-
much
Yeah,
larger
yeah,
than
yeah,
hyenas.
yeah.
But if he's like
a lot
100
more-
and
A lot more yin than that.
so like 120 pounds for a hyena, so like what, 240 for a
double
knoll?
that?
How
Double it?
How tall is Todd?
We had this figured out, and I was looking at the picture just like earlier today.
Yeah, there's a place you can write it down. So
Did
I
you
know
have
Drench is the tallest.
Did
at
you have
7'4".
written down? Yeah. Well, if Todd stood up straight, he'd probably be as tall as Drench, but he doesn't.
Hunties.
Question: Why are we working out how much people weigh?
Yeah. Why? How did we get
April
on this?
asked.
Why is this
Question.
relevant?
If I turn into I just want to see how many. If I turn into
Oh, if
a
you
horse, could I
turn
cram
into-
it around my back?
Yeah.
Right.
I thought this was like
fair.
gonna
I
go
have,
into
I have a method.
the
If you know
amount of
how tall.
coconuts an African swallow could carry.
Yeah, I was gonna
Mm.
say it's an African or European fish man, but there's the drawing that we did, and we did have a number on how tall Gwen was as well. She was
Gwen is 6'1",
6'1",
plus horn, a little bit of horn.
Yeah, slightly taller
Okay,
than Doctor.
I googled it. So gnolls are typically between 7 feet and 7'6". They weigh in anywhere from 280 to 320 pounds.
He's a skinny one, so probably on the lower end of that.
Okay, that's good.
That's still so that's about 120, 130 kilos.
He's still a footy player, yeah.
Okay. I can carry 540 pounds as a warhorse, so it might be
Yeah.
A bit much.
cutting
Yeah.
it. Although, I don't know if this counts. Maybe it's only in my normal form. I count as one size larger when I'm carrying or pushing stuff. Does that go through to my animal form?
How does that
Probably not.
work for
Because the furbolgs are like giant kin, so they're just big and strong.
Okay. Well,
This is the kind of thing that pauses Pathfinder for a good 40
Yeah.
minutes while our engineer thinks
There's
about
something-
things.
Triangulates.
or
Yeah.
is there a larger, as fast native Australian
Actually-
or New Zealand animal that you would?
I have a
suggest?
question. Do you think Todd would be happy riding a horse, or would Todd rather actually be scouting on foot anyway?
I mean, Todd would probably prefer to be running, and also, can you imagine a knoll on a horse, them
Amble.
tiny little legs dangling, and then just like the... I mean, that'd be hilarious.
Just flopped over it.
I'm happy with this
Oh, yeah, that'd
arrangement.
work,
I guess
actually,
I could
lying
also
over
pull
the
a
back,
cart
yeah.
if we ever wanted to do that too.
Yeah.
Oh, I
There
love
you go.
that.
I can't say it.
Just get
Can't say
like a
horse
tub,
bread,
and he
so.
can sit in it, and if you fill it up with water, he'll be even more happy, because Ian's love that shit.
Okay, that sounds good. Sounds like we have a potential plan for moving if we need to.
hmm
Okay, I'm going to shift you over to the Keldrith East map because we are
Let's go.
we're still just on it.
I hope we all had that conversation in front of
Absolutely.
Pretzel.
So
And it's you, Amy.
uh,
I don't know, how much do you weigh?
I'm going to turn into a horse.
so Breslin recommended that you leave via the west gate, follow the road, and then once you're out of sight of the town, go off the road and travel north. because it would be a bit odd if you immediately went off into the wilderness after leaving town.
It wouldn't be too strange.
But the entrance you're looking for, she's marked a point on the map around there. So it's actually further away than Scaldia. And yeah, you're about 18 miles overland, so it's about a day's travel.
And this guy is supposedly on the way.
And what, sorry?
This guy that we're looking for is supposedly on the path.
More likely,
He's in a crevasse.
more likely he's in the underground passage because of, it's inherently dangerous. But you never know, he might have, he and all of the people he was traveling with might have met their doom in the open air. So keep your eyes open.
Fine.
Or the dragon ate
Maybe he ran off with it.
Maybe they're
You don't know.
glamping, and we will stumble across them having a lovely roast dinner.
So
with the fairy lights and the couch and the
you set out. It is a relatively cool day. It is still summer, but not only is it a cooler day than average, you're also relatively far south at the moment. So it is actually fairly pleasant for walking in. You're not going to be overheating through all this. It's beautiful, beautiful landscape. Think of it sort of the in New Zealand, like the Mesopotamian region, the where they filmed Rohan. That's
Gippsland? No Victorians here? No, never mind.
so it's very pretty.
April and I are from a desert.
Oh, yeah.
I'm from a jungle.
It's a combination of there isn't really a lot of grass here. It's more short tussocks and stuff like that. So I'll get a marching order just in case something happens.
Put Todd up the front because he's perceptive as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Do we want to horse or do we want to walk?
I think Todd's probably comfortably loping.
I think a stroll is probably
He
fine.
can-
Is that a fucking moth?
Sure.
On the map,
What?
there's a moth.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Up north. Yes.
Not to scale.
Definitely to scale.
Aw,
Why?
I want the giant moth.
Probably Duncan next then. So if Todd is scouting, Dunk's going to be right at the vanguard.
Anything
Mhm.
that's scattered.
And then please Gwen in the middle because I don't want our squishy on the end.
On the
And
end,
then
yeah.
Drench can follow up
Get
the
picked off.
follow up
Babe,
the rear.
you are the squishy.
Yeah, you
I
both
know,
are
but I
both
have.
squishy,
I can
but
turn into animals with a lot of hit points. You can't.
True. I can Misty Step. Cool. Gwenny, while we walk, is using whatever flowers she can find to craft various flower crowns for herself and all of her sweet boys.
Oh my god, where's my
Drench is so into this.
They'll be the more like daisy chain kind of flower crown because we're working with nothing here. But
Okay.
Yeah, the daisy
Since-
chains are the good ones because you can
Yeah,
really
they're
weave
lovely.
the stalks.
Since
she'll
Todd
probably use like long
is
grass stalks, maybe like a combo. But you know, she's flowering everyone up.
since Todd's taking the lead, can I get a perception check, please, from Todd?
You got it, boss.
Got it.
Thank you. Just gotta find the right tab. Perception. Which button is the? Yeah, thank you. Well, that's an 18. And then what's the guidance? A D4?
D4.
D4, 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 D4. The next one, 19.
Okay. So Todd, you, the three behind you are having a conversation as they do, but you're able to, sneak out far enough ahead that You can actually hear what's going on around you rather than what's being talked about behind you. And you hear, coming from the direction of, there's a little copse of trees and ferns. It's a nice verdant area. And you can hear, sounds like a couple of different animals making noises. One is doing a sort of bellowing, hooting sound, like a large, it's definitely a large creature. And the other is doing more of a grunting sound. And they seem to be hard to tell, but there seems to be interaction between them.
Okay. Can I roll for, does Todd know what they are?
Give me a nature.
He's a wilderness sort of fella.
Yeah, this will be a nature check, please.
Your guidance is still on, by the way.
Oh, cool. Well, I've got a +0 on that one, so let's see how this goes. So that one's an 11, plus a 1, so 12. Yeah.
One of them you've heard before. They're relatively common. One's a diprotodon. You're not sure what the other one is.
Okay, all right. Well, I mean, we don't have to be worried about diprotodon as long as we're not, in its way. So that's all right.
Is he telling the rest of us, or is Todd just listening?
I mean, he could. Is it like directly ahead of us that he can hear it?
It's a little bit off to the side.
All right. So after sort of being up the front a little bit and scouting to hear what's going on, he sort of lopes back and just sort of in a gap in the conversation says, and I wonder what he'd call it, because I know that Morzod thought that they were a diprotodon. Do wombats exist yet? Like, do we have diprotodons and wombats?
Yeah, my word makes no sense.
Okay, all right. Well, in that case,
the talking dragons was a hint with that one.
In that case, Todd informs them that there's a big wombat up that way.
Ooh.
I'd also like to point out Todd's intelligence is 10. It's okay if Todd knows what a diprotodon is.
He knows what it is, but he might not know the word for it. That's the thing with Todd. Like, communication is the issue.
You speak 3 languages.
Yeah, and one of them is Null. If you want diprotodon in Null, he probably knows it.
Drench will have a listen and cast Speak with Animals.
Okay, cool. So, Speak with Animals, you instinctively gain an understanding of what these animals are saying to each other, though you don't think they probably can't understand each other because they're not the same species. But the diprotodon is going, leave me alone.
Fuck off.
Yeah, basically, piss off, go away, leave me alone. You have to go, I will make you go. The other, possibly larger creature is going, you're in my way, I have to go there. You're in my way, I have to go there.
Okay, we've got a breakdown in communication. Hey, I think we've got a bit of a breakdown in communication with those guys over there. Should we go give him a hand?
Does Drench know what the other creature is by what it's saying?
Another nature check from Drench, please.
Oh, my nature's good.
I was going to say, mine's +0, so I hope you do better.
20, not that.
Right. It's a dinosaur. Probably, definitely a herbivore.
Parasaurid
Probably in the hadrosaur family.
Hey, throw away.
Parasaurid please, maybe. Okay, Drench is gonna start walking over to the sound. Let's see if we can sort this out yet. Excuse me.
Okay, you walk up. You're sort of approaching the forest's edge, and you can see there's a lovely big clump of ferns where there is a large diprotodon, which is basically, rearing up occasionally, raising its claws, very scary looking digging claws up. And it is having a standoff with a Matabarosaurus.
Hey,
Matabarosaurus.
with a bump on his nose.
And as you see it, Drench, you immediately see that the Matabarosaurus has been injured. There's a bit of dried blood on its flank. It's not fresh. You don't think it's been caused by the diprotodon. It must have been something else, but probably just in the past day or so.
Dang. Excuse me. Hey, sorry.
Both these creatures turn and look at the strange creature that has somehow spoken to them both in their own language.
I am so sorry to interrupt. It sounds like you guys are having a bit of a breakdown in communication. I'm happy to work with you both to try and sort this out. I'm drenched, by the way.
The Matabarosaurus honks at you a few times, and it's saying, you'd better leave me alone. I'm bigger than you. I can step on you and hurt you, but I don't want to. But I will if I have to. And
that's so valid.
The diprotodon is saying, if you can speak to this stupid, dumb animal, tell it to go away.
Oh, wow. This is a sassy one.
Yeah, marsupials.
Okay, let me relay that. Hi, excuse me. Miss Dinosaur? It sounds like the Diprotodon here would like you to go around its territory if you can. Is there something you're trying to get to? Did something attack you? Are you okay?
The Matabarosaurus says, I smell water that way. I need water.
Oh, I see. Okay, I understand. Drench will. Okay, yeah, she's saying that she needs water. Is it okay if she goes to the water source past her territory?
Diprotodon says, it has to stay away. I have to keep my baby safe. And Drench, at that point, you'll notice there's a pouch with a little big brown nose just poking out from the rear, because it's believed Diprotodons had rear-facing pouches like wombats.
Don't want to get dirt in the baby bag. Yeah.
Sadly, there's no fossil evidence because that material doesn't survive, so we can only speculate.
Nah. Hey, I don't think the dinosaur wants to hurt your baby, ma'am. I think she's just trying to get a drink.
It can't drink my baby. That's not allowed.
It's not going to drink the baby. She wants to drink the water.
But the water's back there, and I'm here.
Yeah. So what I think we could do is maybe that she can go around you. And we can
We'll
solve
protect you.
this.
They both give you
Yeah. That's a great idea.
They both go.
Oh, hi.
Around? Around?
Yeah, around. How about we escort the dinosaur around you?
And
we leave you alone and we get to the water.
Dinosaur says, but the water's that way.
I know. Stay with me on this one. We can get to it without going in a straight line, man.
Are we all just watching Drench? They'll be like, oh!
No, Drench is speaking common. You understand everything
Okay.
Drench is saying. The spell is helping the animals. It's basically interpreting for the animals.
We can escort you around. If you guys don't mind making a small. He's talking to the party. Just a small side tour. We can take you. You can come with us around the giant wombat to the river.
Which one do you reckon makes best eaten? Not to Drench. This is to the big peanut gallery.
Yeah.
Happily, they can't understand you, Duncan. The
Yeah.
Diprotodon says, hey, who are you calling a wombat?
I'm so sorry, man. The cute little ones remind me of you. It was
You're saying I'm not
loving.
You're saying I'm not cute.
No, you're adorable. Your baby's so cute. Never seen a
Yes.
cuter Diprotodon, man.
Majestic.
Matabarosaurus says, all right, I'm trying to work this out. You're saying that we can go a different direction, but still go to there.
Get to there. Yes, we can. We can take you.
All right, I need you to walk me
I
through
promise.
this.
Okay. Yep. Do you want to come with us and we can literally walk?
You're how
Let's go for a walk.
You're very big. If you wanted to if you
Drench.
could skip on us. If you
Drench, can I have
wanted
a
Yeah.
I will let you choose persuasion or animal handling.
to. Animal handling, please.
Go ahead.
Plus guide.
Stay.
And the Matabarosaurus says, okay, but don't try anything funny. You're a bit...
Yep.
I'll let you be my herd for a little while until we find water.
Absolutely. Let's get out of this beautiful Diprotodon's fur. Okay, follow me. Guys, we're just going to take this Motobotosaurus around to a water source real quick. It won't take long. We're their herd now.
Seems legit.
Uh-huh.
And, yeah, so the Matabarosaurus will follow you away from the Diprotodon.
Around.
As
Can
you're-
we please... Hey, what happened to you, by the way? So you got a little bit of blood on you. Are you okay?
Big dinosaur. One of the two-legged fast ones.
You're looking fast ones. Okay. How big? How big? Bigger than you?
Not as big, but bigger than the silly
as
little
big.
feathery ones. You think
Bigger than the silly little feathery ones.
they're probably
okay.
talking about an Allosaurus,
Okay.
which means
It's
that
pretty big still.
which means the Matabarosaurus is probably lucky to get away. Allosauruses are pretty good hunters.
Yeah.
Are you okay? Do you need me to heal that? I can help you.
Heal? What? Healing happens.
I can make the... No, I mean, I can do it really fast, though. I can make the ouchie go away, if you want.
Matabarosaurus is very confused. Healing just happens. It isn't something that you do.
I'm not going to fight nature.
Now.
Can I bonus action healing word the Metabotosaurus?
Sure.
Bonus action healing word the Metabotosaurus.
All right. How much does it heal?
It heals... I want to find it. Healing word, healing word. Nope, that's healing spirit. Healing word, there he is. Healing word. 8 hit points. I got 2
Wow.
4s.
Nice.
I've never healed any of you that much with the bonus action healing word
Yeah.
before.
It's okay. This is the important one.
You immediately see, there are a few. The wound was still sort of scabbed and slightly open. It wasn't actively bleeding, but it was obviously still bothering the dinosaur, and immediately closes up. And the Matabarosaurus says, "Ow, that hurt and then stopped hurting.
Yeah, you're welcome.
You did that."
I did, yeah. I can do that kind of magic. Trees and stuff, man. I got a connection to nature. Actually, I did have one more question, if you wouldn't mind. You live around here, right?
We move a lot, so
Me too, man.
I'm not sure what you're asking.
Oh, I was wondering if you've seen, like, one of those short people with the long face fur and no fur on his head. We're kind of looking for him. And maybe a few others were with him as well.
Oh, you mean more like you?
Yeah, but like
All humanoids
shorter.
look the same to dinosaurs.
Mm.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, me but shorter. Black fur.
No. No,
No, nothing.
no, not for... You're the first of your kind I've seen for... Oh,
What were they measured in? Probably sunrises.
many
Moons.
dawns.
Okay.
They can't count that high, sadly.
Is there any other questions we want to maybe ask the dinosaur before we go? Is April asking?
I don't think.
As you disappear into the trees, that I prodded on, bucks out after you, and Drench, you understand, it said, "Yeah, you'd better run."
We're leaving, ma'am. About the secret passage or anything like that? Do we have any?
Holes in the cliffs. Have you seen them?
Have you seen any notable holes in the cliffs, like caves or anything?
No, don't go in those.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
thank you so much for your time. Here's the water.
Oh, yeah. Oh, there's my herd. And as you come out into the open, you see that there are other Madabarosauruses there. You think this one was actually separated from the herd and has found them again with your help.
No.
Oh,
That's lovely.
Yeah, so Drench, you're a witness to a conversation of, "Oh, hey, there you are. There you are. Where'd you go?" "I was elsewhere. I'm here now. Where'd you all go?" "We were here. And we're still here.
And you're
Here, it's water. Come drink it."
wow. Nature is beautiful. man.
Conversationalist.
It seems like
alrighty,
they
anyway.
talk more than I had perhaps expected.
I love this.
Of course,
What a
Oh
honk.
yeah, they're real chatty.
Duncan, it's all just sort of honking and
Mooing.
grunting.
Yeah, right? They're
But it's
much
a lot
louder.
of
Okay, well,
Yeah.
that seems like we've cleared things up. Back to the path. If we do go past the Diprotodon again, Drench will ask the same things. Hey, have you seen a short, dwarf, black fur? Pictures on their skin?
Well, first of all, as you're walking off, the Madabarosaurus will turn and say, "Hey, you creatures, you're not so bad.
Ah.
If you need a herd,
Oh,
if you're ever looking for a herd, you can join us. I'll put in a good word with the others."
Very sweet.
Oh, that's so kind. That's so kind of you. Thank you so much.
And then as you
Oh,
head-
what was that, Zin? I missed it.
Honorary Madabarosauruses.
and as you head back to the Diprotodon, Diprotodon will say, "Oh, more like you." Nah, they don't come here."
Right. Okay. Any? You're a digger. You seen any interesting like weird caves or holes in the ground around here?
"No, I make the holes. I don't look for them."
You make the holes. Okay, that's a good point. Okay. Well, now you know about going around. So if any other dinosaurs come your way, just tell them to go around, man.
Yeah. "No, go away. Leave my baby alone."
We're leaving. Watch out for other big dinosaurs around here, man. Apparently there's an Allosaurus stalking about.
Hate those bastards.
Yeah, those guys suck.
Yeah, kill them for me if you
Thank you.
can.
Ooh, dinosaur
okay.
hunters.
Oh yeah.
Monster Hunter. Okay. Sorry about that, everyone. Gotta sort things out, birds and whatnot.
So with this little detour, that's taken you about half an hour, maybe approaching an hour to deal with all of this. So that's cost you some of your daylight. Now, you carry on, but as you come to a point where you think you're probably about half an hour to an hour away from where the entrance is that's been marked on your map. The sun is now getting quite low, and there is a concern that this side of the mountain is now actually completely in shadow. So you might have some difficulty finding it, or you might find it by falling into it. So It is up
That
to
is a
you
concern.
whether you want to keep searching or just stop for the evening and rest out in the open.
Have a weenie roast.
Yeah, we should
We could do a
probably
mini roast.
stop.
You know, we're not hiding. We're not hugely in a rush.
No.
I haven't seen any flying monsters yet.
It's true.
Is there such thing as a winged purple worm?
There can be.
There is now.
Burrowing through the clouds.
Yeah. Ah, beautiful.
Majestic.
Always I wanna be with you.
Yo.
Anyway, yeah, should we make camp?
Yes.
Sure.
Okay. Are you going to set up watches?
Probably should. We are in the
Yes.
wilds.
Yes. So officially, according to his new status, I know I've been saying that Duncan completely ragdolls, and that is still true. The body of Duncan completely ragdolls. But technically I remain conscious, and I only need to spend 4 hours in an inactive, motionless state. Which means that although I have ragdolled, I'm still fully aware of what's going on.
Elf rules.
Possibly
Oh, that's
through
creepy. I love that.
through your
Through the
echo.
ghost, right?
Echo.
Yeah.
even.
That's what I'm thinking, right? Dunkle Ghostius kind of
Swim in
doesn't fly
circles.
patrols, but is
Damn.
around.
So-
Yeah.
Watch fish.
Basically, Duncan can keep watch all night.
He
Huh.
can, but he also doesn't have dark vision. So somebody who can see in the dark should probably have.
Ah.
So he keeps listen all night.
Yeah.
I have a question, Dungeon Master. If I cast, because I have a spell that can give people dark vision. If I cast it on him, would Dunkle Ghosties also get it?
I assume
I technically
so.
can't see out of the ghost at the
Yeah.
moment. So
Pathfinder would say
technically,
no because it's a dickhead of a system, but I feel like D&D would say yes.
kind of the way we're describing it, yes, because the ghost isn't moving away from
Yeah.
the body for this.
As long as it's Duncan who would be perceiving, then yes.
Yeah, correct.
Okay. I mean, I don't have it
Next-
prepared, but I'm just curious.
Next level, I will be able to effectively astrally project and see through my echo up to 1,000 feet away, which will be great.
Yeah.
Whoa.
But not yet.
I will remind you that you're about to descend into caves,
Yes. It'll be great.
which may
I
or
will
may not
prepare
be,
that as we long rest.
which may or may not be lit. Who knows? Maybe everything,
I love
As
the
in
spell
off
com-
the chain.
maybe everything
The spell
underground is on
component for
fire.
the dark vision spell is carrots, which is funny. Love D&D.
The whole thing about carrots improving your vision was a myth created to hide the fact that the RAF had radars.
Mm-hmm.
Big carrot. Wanted you to think that. Anyway.
All right. So who is keeping watch with Duncan?
Todd?
I mean, yeah. We'll all take a turn.
That's a sweet good boy.
Okay.
Sit up with him.
8 hours? Yeah.
This is probably also the first time that you guys have experienced Ragdoll Duncan, because I normally do it in a private room.
Yeah.
But like, as
Just
soon as
wow,
you
that's
guys
really
go,
odd.
all right, bedtime, Duncan's like, all right, fine, and he just drops.
Gmod.
Oh, that's really off-putting. That's freaky, man.
You
Should
check.
we put a blanket on him?
You check
I
his
think
pulse
I
and
would
realize
prefer it if we put a blanket on.
Yeah, there's no
Yeah.
pulse.
no pulse,
Oh,
not
God, he's
breathing.
Taking as intended.
Hey, do we need to splash water on? No, he's fine now, right?
He
He's
doesn't
fine
need
now.
it
I just
anymore.
need water splashed on.
I
That
Right,
fixed
okay.
him.
Uncle
Same
Ghost
word.
hanging out. Can we be like, is he fine?
I guess in theory, right? I can still talk. I just need to be motionless while
Yeah.
I'm asleep. Oh yes, no, he's
Oh,
fine.
God.
This is how I sleep now. Well, I say sleep. This is what passes for sleep for me now.
Oh.
I see.
Weirdest
do you need
fucking
a-
conversation.
He'll wake up
Do
in
you
4
wanna-
hours. It'll be fine.
You just say heal.
He will.
No, he
Yes,
will.
no, as
He'll
in-
wake
He
up.
will.
As in, you have now. You've sort of split consciousness there.
Do you know, I'm still not entirely sure how this works. When I have this conversation, I'm gonna have it from here. But when I remember it, all the brain meat is over there. So he's gonna remember it.
Right. Okay,
This is
well, does he
all
need a blanket?
Very distracting. No, he'll be fine. He doesn't feel anything for the next 4 hours.
Gwen is putting a blanket over him
Oh.
anyway because it's
Because it's
crazy.
weird.
It's
gonna
weird,
if-
yeah.
If one of you
Blanket is
could
like a-
please pull his fin out of the campfire, though, that would be greatly appreciated.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so
Todd?
sorry.
Todd, something
Oh, that
smells
smells
delicious.
Mm.
he was already
Crispy.
kind of ear flop, but now he's kind of licking his chops a little bit.
Now, Todd, I will feel that if you chew on my tail. I will feel that in the morning, so please don't.
Okay, now he looks really curious.
We can do that later, Todd. Next time.
Okay, let's get some perception checks for the Night Watch. Duncan and anyone who doesn't have dark vision, this is with disadvantage.
It's
just Drench
okay.
doesn't
Just
have
me
it.
without
Got
dark
that.
vision.
Perceiving at 25.
Nice. 14 for the long watch for Dunk.
That's pretty good for disadvantage.
Right, it was 11 and a 16.
Mm.
So on the die, which is cool.
Do we need another watch?
Well, yeah, was anyone else on watch?
Yeah,
the
Gwen.
We can actually
Well-
cover Todd's 25 first.
Oh, yeah.
So Todd, the others have bedded down. Duncan is just doing Duncan things. And you actually hear, even before you see, something large stepping through the grass. And as you peer up, you make out a large dinosaur, an Allosaurus. It's
Be cool, though.
It's currently about 200 feet away from your party.
They can cover a lot of ground real fast, but also it's at night. What's a dinosaur's night sight like?
Maybe we have a campfire.
They have
don't we?
binocular vision, so they have good sight. But I think they're diurnal hunters. I don't think they hunt at night
I don't
typically.
I don't feel like an Allosaurus would be wandering around at night looking for food.
Maybe he's just having a chill.
Yeah, having a
He lives
having
here
a
too.
walk. Yeah.
He has
we're-
insomnia.
But I'm asleep, so
Yeah.
I'm currently on that honk shoe mini, so
Mm. I think Todd might just kind of. How would you get the ghost's attention though? Like if you nudge the body, does the ghost?
No, because he said he'd feel it in the morning.
Yeah.
I'd remember having been nudged.
Yeah. Oh shit. Does the ghost glow?
No.
How bright? How bright?
No,
is it?
not
Okay.
exactly.
Okay.
I think it's more of a shadow than a
Okay.
Yeah.
glow.
All right. Like the Hollow Knight kind of.
Otherwise, you are going to be very visible in a lot of different situations.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah.
thing, right?
I was thinking if he is
if the ghost glows, then at the very least we should get like light from
Yeah.
him. So I, don't
I
think we
suspect
get
he
light off him,
refracts
so he
any
shouldn't
light
glow.
that's in there, kind of like a mist, right? Like any light particles will bounce out of him slightly enhanced. But if it's dark, and there's nothing there.
Yeah. But he can hear, so if Todd
Yes.
comes over and goes, there, big dino. Just quietly. Did Discord actually let that through?
It got every
Bits of it.
A little bit.
bits of it.
There is big dinosaur.
Stage whisper. Stage whisper.
Yes,
Yeah.
stage whisper.
I guess without moving, still full ragdoll on the body, Duncan is going to whisper back, "Is it a threat?"
Far away for now.
Oh, Todd, you can give me a nature check to determine whether it's a threat.
Mine's 0, so he let's see. It's a guess.
Go get a 20.
No, it was 11.
Okay.
He shrugs.
It's big, looks like a predator, could be a threat.
Good bee dinner.
Yeah, just kind of shrug. Might be bitey.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what. Give me a real solid kick. Sorry, I say me. Give him a real solid kick if it gets closer, and I'll get up and take a swing at it.
Yeah. Okay. So, having alerted someone, Todd is happy to just sort of settle in and be quiet and small
Okay.
and watch.
So, Todd, you turn your attention back to the dinosaur and you realize it actually stopped. It looked like it was observing whatever it was that you were doing, and has just started creeping forward again.
That does look like it's stalking, hey?
Creeping
Forward
forward
as
as in
in
towards the campsite.
Directly towards us?
Directly towards you.
Alright.
Yeah, in that case, Todd
Dinosaur fighting time.
does sort of nudge, and then because
We
it's
could talk to
coming
it.
towards us, he's going to low to the ground, sneaky, get across to the others and sort of nudge them gently awake as well. He's not sounding the alarm, but he's certainly.
Oh, what's up, man?
Big dinosaur.
Oh fuck! Is it that Allosaurus, man? Is it the big one with the pointed teeth?
Sorry,
He does this.
Sorry,
Oh,
I heard dialysis for a moment there.
I
Yeah,
heard
the dialysis.
dialysis.
God,
Dialysis.
dialysis.
Well,
I could kill a dinosaur with kidney dialysis.
I heard.
Oh God, we're horrible.
I
Oh,
heard. Is it the Allosaurus?
Are we the bad guys?
He does T-Rex arms.
Okay, yeah, cool. Okay.
Duncan's up. So, quick question: Duncan doesn't have to sleep.
You've not
What
long
is-
rested yet.
No, I know, but what does that mean for wearing my armor when I ragdoll?
Ugh.
It seems like you wouldn't take them off if you just go split.
Dungeon Master, make a decision.
Damn it. No, you're right. Why would you take your armor off if you're not sleeping?
Yeah, hang on. Let me read it properly. You don't need to sleep. Magic can't put you to sleep. You finish a long rest in 4 hours if you spend those hours in an inactive, motionless state during which you retain consciousness.
Okay, I will, however, say you need to be comfortable when
That's
you're
fair.
Put a blanket on him.
and that means taking
put a
your
blanket
armor
on
off.
That means
Yeah.
no
Read
armor.
him a
Yeah,
bedtime
okay.
story.
Yeah. Now
Yeah.
you can sleep with armor, but it leads to penalties the next day.
Correct. And Duncan is about to go spelunking and is not particularly keen on that. So he'll have taken the armor off. Retcon, he will have taken his armor off very gently and folded it and put it away quite neatly before he ragged off
And
his
then
body.
just down to the ground. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Armor is very neatly off to
Beautiful.
the side, and then his body just.
Mhm.
So I'm up, but I have no shirt. Bill hook in hand, though.
Drench will very quietly speak with animals on himself again.
Okay. The
Yo, what's up?
the dinosaur.
Hey, man!
As soon as Drench yells, "Hey man," Todd, you see the Allosaurus immediately stop and just turn its head to the side, going, "So what the fuck?"
Drench will copy the dinosaur and do the eye pinning as well. Not that he can, but be like, "Hey, we can see you, man."
All right, the dinosaur its head will go even lower, and it won't make any noises.
brain.
But Drench, you interpret this movement as it's trying to get a sense of whether you're easy prey or whether he'd have to fight you.
Hey, we're not a good eating, man. We got fire and pointy sticks and stuff.
Duncan's up with the bill hook at
Drench
this
will make
stage.
him
So.
Gwendolyn will also
make
raise
yourself look big.
her trident, which is glowing.
Give
Everyone will look big.
Oh, Todd stands up straight.
yeah, that'll do it. Can I get this will be a group check, I think. I'll let it be either
Oh, yay!
either animal handling or intimidation.
Intimidation.
Animal handling it is.
How do you?
Do we all have to do the same thing? Or
No,
we can choose?
from each of you, just choose your preference.
Alright,
Because
animal
intimidation
handling
is
for me,
built on
apparently.
charisma,
+2.
Duncan has
Ah.
no intimidation.
Not a one.
I was gonna say I have +3 in
11.
intimidation.
Yeah.
21.
Oh, nice.
16 on animal handling for Dunk.
I love
Oh,
that. We're like,
wow.
Bill Hook, staff,
Well.
Noel.
So that's a 16, a 17, an 11, and a 21. Actually,
A 12.
Drench goes up to 12. So you average very well. And the Allosaurus raises its head, lets out a snort, which Drench to you that says, I have no idea what's going on here, but I want no part of this. And it just turns and walks off.
That's very wise.
It's
Play
smart move, man.
characters.
Yeah, you better run.
With that, I think it's a good time to take a break.
Hey.
Yay!
We will be back in just a moment, so don't go anywhere. Bye. And we are back, and we have had our brief conversation about Fallout, which is pretty much all where most of us seem to be thinking about at the moment. Very good show.
It's a bit fun.
But we are not falling out. We are exploring. We are playing Dungeons and Dragons. Our heroes have just
The atom has not been split.
Have just survived a nighttime encounter with an Allosaurus who decided that this group of weirdos is probably more trouble than they're worth, and is slinked off to hunt something else.
Only more characters in D&D would recognize this threat.
So it's now still only, it's not even midnight yet, so I will have perception rolls from whoever is taking watches 2 and 3. Plus Duncan with disadvantage.
Gwen will take 2. Must sleep in the hours before dawn.
That is a 21 with disadvantage.
Good grief.
And that is a 9.
He's a bit wound up.
Yeah, last time he perceived poorly, he got killed, so...
Gwen is bored and making
There is
even
precedent.
more flower crowns in which to drape over Duncan's limp carcass.
He's gonna start looking like a memorial.
Sadly, Duncan, it is uneventful. But with your 21, you are confident that there is nothing to worry about, though you do see a falling star.
Oh, lovely. That will be fun.
It doesn't, as far
wish-
as you're aware, it doesn't hit the ground. It doesn't eradicate a city or anything.
Yes. Although I've been up here long enough that I will have seen something like that before, at least. I won't be completely enthralled by it, but it is still rare and exciting for Duncan, so he's enjoyed that immensely, and has also probably woken up somewhere in here, right? He only needs 4 hours of actual downtime.
Yeah.
You're just gonna sit up and like covered in flowers.
Yeah, just like a bunch of flowers fall off him. The blanket rolls off him, and he's like, "Huh, yes, I do remember this being draped over me."
Good
now.
morning.
Good
Evening.
morning.
Night.
Good time.
Yes, something like that.
Day.
Blessed awakening.
I'm asleep.
Thank you.
Okay. Shall we do the final perception check for the final watch?
If that is indeed all that happened, yes.
That is all that happened.
It's a 5 on this one. Duncan is busy putting his armor back on.
Todd, I think it's
That's
Todd,
Drench, isn't it?
Todd did
Oh,
the
is it
first
Drench?
one.
Oh,
Yeah.
Todd did the first one. Todd saw the dinosaur.
You
Yeah.
opened the door. He got on the floor.
Perception.
With disadvantage because you can't see in the dark.
Oh my
saw the
god, the two
So
worst
true.
people.
Yeah.
Guidance. Oh, 16.
16
I rolled
is
a
good.
12 and an 18, so not bad. 16 plus 2.
2. 18. It is another uneventful watch. Nothing happens as far as you can tell.
He's going to speak to some grass or whatever. It's not going to speak back to him, but, you know.
And you're awake as the sun rises. You have all long rested. Hit that button.
Nice.
And you're ready to resume your search for this secret tunnel.
I cast Find Hole.
Duncan doesn't
mean-
find holes. Duncan makes holes.
It's true.
I'm just going to keep my mouth shut.
So you resume your trek. Now, can I please have either perception or survival? This will be to match the landscape to what Breslin marked on your map.
Is that all of us or just one
All
of
of
us?
All of you. Yes, please.
Placid 20 on the survival.
Oh man, these are two things I'm not good at.
17 plus 3.
11.
Whatever number that is what I got.
That's 20.
Placid 20. Yeah.
20. Yeah.
So Drench and Duncan, almost simultaneously, you both spot. You're now in the foothills of these mountains. It is rocky. There are some, lots of large boulders. This is fairly rugged terrain, and you spot there is a rocky and a natural arch, and just if you sort of crane your head and move around, you can just make out that there is a sliver of an opening, enough that each of you could go through single file. But this is not a cave announcing its presence. This is actually very well hidden. If you did not know that there was a cave to be found here, you even a 20 in your roll might not have been enough. But you are eventually able to squeeze your way through, and almost immediately it is pitch black.
Gwenny turns on her trident.
Okay. What color
Hang on.
is
Do my spells.
Green.
green? Okay. So that sheds dim light out to only 40 feet, I believe.
Yeah, it's not super
Yeah.
far. Let me double check.
But
Hey, Duncan, come here, man.
Yes.
Jordan's just gonna put his hands on his eyes. His hands are coated in carrot powder, and he's gonna cast dark vision. Pinch of dried carrot. It's either that or I smash an agate into your head. So, those are your options.
for curiosity's sake,
Just doing a bro glass.
Yeah.
how long does dark vision last?
Yeah. 8 hours.
That's pretty good. That's what you'd
Wow.
want.
I feel like
Yeah.
as a fighter, it's more important that he has it
This,
than me. 'Cause at least I tend to battle something.
This is excellent, but is everything supposed to be orange tinted now?
Oh,
That might be the beta carotene, man. Sorry.
All right, that's fine. I can see though. This is excellent. Thank you very much.
No worries, man.
I love you guys so much. I just
Okay.
best.
I am now going to move you to another map.
New map.
Is it?
Not
Has it?
Now,
It's got hexes.
Map.
don't worry.
No.
You can yes, you can
He tells
only
us
see
not to
one.
worry.
You can only see one of the hexes. This is by design. You will see more of the map as you move. The whole point is that you are exploring. This is a hex crawl.
Mine's currently at 98% still, so
so many poor choices
there she
to
goes.
be made.
there we go. Oh,
Now-
look at that.
So this is the first
Hex scroll.
cavern. As you look around, you can see it basically descends, and you can see that there is actually a length of rope for part of it with knots tied into it. So obviously somebody has been through here before. So I will get athletics checks from everybody as you descend down into this cave.
Oh shit!
The difficulty won't be
A check,
too
an athletics check.
DC won't be too high because there is a rope to assist you.
Comfy 19.
13.
8.
Oh, it's nearly a +4 for my goddamn guidance. Hang on, I'm gonna roll it now. Oh, net 20.
Oh, thank God. Sweet.
Okay. Everyone except Gwendolyn, you have no trouble getting down. Gwendolyn, you get about halfway down and you suddenly realize how high you are.
Oh, she gets the death wobbles.
And you freeze.
Oh no.
And your marching order, I think, means that Drench is behind Gwendolyn, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, so
yes.
Drench, you notice this. Gwendolyn has frozen.
Oh, hey, Gran, what's wrong, man?
I've just noticed that we're quite high up.
We are, but it's okay. Like, I mean, if you fall, Todd will probably catch you. You can go. It's okay.
You hit the fish as well on the way down.
Or you can climb on my back and I can, like, shimmy you down. I got that 20, right? Surely that can happen.
You
I
can
feel
just
like
scoot her,
climbing onto your back at this point is probably more difficult than going down.
scoot her down with your bum.
Exactly.
It's fine.
Yeah.
All right.
Your options are, I guess, stay here or you're down. So it seems like down's a good option for you, Gwen. You can do it.
Do I roll again, or
Yeah,
am I gonna
please
fall
roll.
down?
Please roll again.
Whew.
Guidance with the tip of his foot.
His tail, just bap her in the face.
Kick her in the head. Yeah.
Exactly.
Oof.
Yeah, look and kick her in the head.
7.
Plus your guidance.
Plus?
Yes. No, that's with
Oh.
guidance.
Oh.
Oh.
Wow.
Or is it 6? No, 6.
You really don't like this
Wow.
rope, huh?
Interesting.
Damn.
Consistency.
Do we need
Okay.
a rope of climbing you? What's happening?
So,
You need
Gwendolyn,
to fashion me a harness.
as soon as you start again, your foot slips off the knot, and you actually, your hand, you lose your grip, and you end up falling backwards. You're just able to basically wrap your legs around the rope, but you are now upside down, dangling from it.
Oh my gosh.
I hate climbing.
It's okay. Hang on, we'll get you down. Can I, like,
I mean,
grab her and hold onto her and climb down?
if we weren't going into the mystery caves of death, I'd just misty step down, but I need that level 2 spell.
It's also the issue that
It's okay.
you can't see the
Tougher on
bottom
the
at the
roll.
moment just because of how limited
Yeah.
your vision is down here.
I'm just gonna try and grab her and go down the rope, slide down. If my nat 20 counts for anything.
Okay, your nat 20 means I'll let you try this, but this is going to be acrobatics, I think.
Whee. Why
It's
can't
not
I
gonna
just
be good for you, Gwen.
deceive my way
I
down
have a
this
negative
rope?
1.
Can I help him by
Not
complying?
wriggling?
No.
Please.
No.
Oh, dark vision 30 feet. I think I'll check for you, Duncan. I'm scared to do it. I'm not looking.
I think dark vision normally extends to 60 feet, but I might be wrong about that.
Hang on.
Oh, plus guidance.
Well, it takes you above
11.
10, which is something. So, you...
Can I at least grab her and throw her down, and at least Todd could maybe try and catch her?
Well,
in worst
Duncan's
case
down there too
scenario?
at this point, so
Have we hit the bottom?
Exactly.
So,
the boys will
okay.
catch her.
it's a good
Has
point.
the
Actually,
net
have we hit?
fallen
Have
out
we
of
hit the
my
bottom?
pocket? Can they form a sort of trambopoline?
So, Drench...
Hey, boys, catch!
Drench, you slide down, you knock Gwendolyn off the rope,
Whoops.
then say,
Sorry.
hey boys, catch. Todd
With the
and
accompanying sound of Gwen shrieking.
Todd
Okay.
and Duncan,
Just be
please,
like angry beavers, where one of us goes like this and she falls down in the background.
please
Yeah.
give me. This is just going to be a
I nearly shot
dexterity
Vicky out of my
saving
notes.
throw.
Ooh,
Because
Dex saving.
it's
you
saving
say.
throw because it's a reaction to something happening.
That's fair.
I miss
That is
Featherfall. Do you guys
that is
remember when
a-
we had Featherfall?
Natty 20
Ah!
for a total of
Ah!
27.
Todd's got it.
Oh my god, my
Perfect.
hero.
Yeah, perfect bridal catch.
It is. Yep. It is. It is
Like in
the-
Dragon's Dogma 2.
Yep. Yeah, it is Andre the Giant catching Buttercup at the end of the Princess Bride.
Yep. Yep, beautiful.
Gwendolyn is going to take a hot second to recover from everything that just happened, and then she will give Todd a little kiss on the cheek.
Okay, yep.
Oh, the tail wag.
Thank you.
Yep.
Okay. Drench, I'll let you
Are you
keep.
okay?
Yes, thank you.
Fine.
Drench, you can keep the nat 20 and finish your descent safely.
Great. Yeah, here we go. I told you he'd catch you.
So you come down. The cave here has opened out a bit. It is large. It is clearly a vast space. It is all natural. There is no real pathway carved into it or anything like that. You are making your way through a natural cave formation. So this is all difficult terrain. It is not meant to be traversed.
Ooh, I have Landstrider. Landstride. Moving through non-magical difficult terrain costs me no extra movement. I can also pass through non-magical plants without being slowed or taking damage.
Nice.
Excellent.
Very nice.
If they have thorns, etc., etc. You have advantage on saving throws against plants that are magically created or manipulated to impede movement, such as this created by the Entangle spell.
So now an explanation. This hex map is not to scale. It is I've drawn out just a rough approximation of the layout of how these different areas relate to each other. But don't go taking measurements and saying, oh, but this passage is only this wide and you said it's that wide. Yeah, it's just a rough representation.
Okay.
But after quite a while, I will now get... So every time you move into a new hex, I will get 2 of you to do a perception check. I'll let you nominate who. And that will basically determine how long it takes you to figure out what's in this next region.
Cool.
And also look for any secrets or anything like that.
Gwenny, what's your perception?
Duncan, you have
My
dark vision to 60 feet.
Thank you.
I have dark vision, but my perception's only 1 + 1.
Okay, so Todd, your percepti is rogue.
Yeah. Todd's
So I
perceptive and has
suspect-
dark vision, so
I suspect we're pushing Todd into rooms first.
he's probably the choice, yeah.
But Duncan is also currently see in the dark and perception +3, so he's probably not a terrible backup.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Don't forget. Oh wait. I guess it's a natural cave, but still be on the lookout for traps, everyone, just in case. Just in case.
so
Yeah, to be fair, if it's a smuggler's path.
Mm-hmm.
I called the maps Smuggler's Run for a long time because of a typo I hadn't noticed. It was called Snuggler's Run, which would have been a very different
Snugglers run.
campaign.
Oh, can we go there, please?
I love it.
Can I please
I'm
get
gonna go Snuggles run. I'm putting that in my D&D campaign. Thank you.
can I please get perception from Duncan and Todd?
Todd.
Oop, 9.
Guidance on Duncan.
hmm
Plus
Okay.
I'm
guidance.
gonna roll low instead. I don't know, 16.
That's good.
12
Okay.
with guidance.
All right. So at the moment, you see only one way forward. It is not comfortable. There are narrow passages you have to squeeze through. There are times when you're clambering up over boulders, sliding down the other side. At the moment, you're not seeing any evidence of other people passing through here. Though obviously they must have, because someone left a rope.
Because there's the rope.
But Todd, with your 16, you're the first to notice as you move ahead that there is a very faint glow coming from the distance ahead of you, a light sort of turquoisey blue. And you also hear the very faint sound of drip, 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 drip.
Can Todd smell anything interesting?
Oh, I'll factor that into the perception check. At the moment, it smells like wet rock down here.
Smell like cave.
Yeah. But that is all. You're not getting anything else in particular.
Okay. He's just gonna sort of nudge Dunk. Yeah, up there.
Yes, that orange glow. That seems quite interesting.
Oh. Oh, no. I'm
He is
so
deep in
sorry.
the carrot.
The carrot.
Slight orange haze around his body head. No. Yes, no. Excellent. Well, we should. I mean, we're here. We may as well. What are we going to do? Go back up the rope?
Please, no. Although I just found 2 warlock boons that I have not been using, which will fix any
Oh,
more
sweet.
fucky ability check.
Hooray!
The dark one bestows many blessings.
The dark one?
Yeah.
Don't you mean the mother?
Not the mother?
Kind
Yeah, you mean
one
the mother.
says the dark one, sure. But Gwenny would not say such slanderous nonsense.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
No.
Alrighty. Well, I advance. I approach the glowing blue drippy sound.
Okay. This
Why is it
one
glowing?
time,
That's fucked up.
just this once, I am going to ask you beforehand, are you stealthing or going in normally? After this, if you don't tell me that you're going in stealthily, I'm going to assume that you're not. And whatever
we
happens,
influenced you.
happens.
Can we put the assumption that Todd is stealthing? Because that is his primary.
Now, the problem with that is stealthing slows your movement speed. So
No,
I need
exactly.
you to specify that that's happening, because it'll also affect how long it takes you to traverse this environment.
Oh.
Fair.
Oh,
Well, I mean, Todd's intention was to creep up on the light.
Okay. So
Yeah, Duncan will
Pass
will
without
follow
a
the lead
trace.
and sneak as well.
Oh,
Pass without a trace. Pass
That's
without
plus
a trace.
10?
Pass without a trace.
Do I have any sneak?
pass without
Yes.
traces for everybody.
Yes, within like 30 feet or whatever.
That is
Ah.
another great spell. Druids.
Druids,
Mhm.
man.
Okay.
Sneaky little buffers.
So
Buffers. Buffs.
I assume Todd's heading out in front.
Hmm.
All right. Todd, give me stealth plus 10, please.
How do I add the? Oh, I just stealth and then.
You
Just
could
roll.
manually
plus
just add
10.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus 10 is a very nice number to add.
So,
Thank God.
natty 20. With my plus 10.
Plus
With that plus
plus
10
10
means
That's
I
a
just did
40
40.
stealth.
Godlike. Todd
Todd's
disappears.
Yeah.
gone.
Um,
Todd is
Todd.
in another dimension right
Yeah.
Todd, you've got orange. I can't see you anymore.
now. Dad,
so,
Dad?
Todd,
I didn't know he could go invisible, man.
you sneak forward. And as you
Immediately
move
undone
further,
by everyone calling Todd.
Todd.
Jesus, Todd, where'd you go, man?
you see that there is a large pool of water. It looks like there are stalagmites, stalactites. There's water dripping down through the ceiling. And also hanging from the roof, there are like these little beads of glowing blue light. You found a glowworm cave.
Oh,
Oh, it's glowworms. Okay. Thought it was going to be ropers. It's not. It's just glowworms.
like are the glowworms
Glowworms.
attached to something horrific in the ceiling?
Glowworm.
yeah,
and
it's
Vin
like a
Diesel
ceiling
is here.
anglerfish.
Yes, there's just a giant
Oh God.
face, 30 feet across. No, it's just a ceiling.
Queen Goma cutscene. Let's go.
No.
Everyone is traumatized by that.
And
Listen.
Todd, you look around and it's basically just glowworms and a pool of what smells like natural, in fact, very clean water. It looks like a very pleasant little spot you found.
Perfect cave.
Lovely.
None of you guys played Dislight. Never mind.
Almost
Okay.
like it would have been a good spot to camp had we made it here in good time.
Mm-mm.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I had to go and chop
No,
dinosaurs
no.
with you.
It
had
was
a
the right
wonderful-
thing to do.
Yeah,
It's
No,
just,
and,
we
I want
are
this little
thrilled
rest
that
area.
you
and
told
we're
dinosaurs
honorary
about-
Mudabosauruses now. That's priceless.
It was great.
Yeah.
I made an oath to keep like the balance of nature or something, man.
And I agree with it completely. I don't even need water anymore. This is
I was
this
going
is
to say,
all
Todd reappears and tells you that it's safe.
Yeah. And Duncan, this spot,
Arguing
it's
loudly.
odd. This almost feels like home in a way. With the way that you've got this soft bluish light from overhead, it's
sparkly
almost
shit.
like the sun
Aw.
shining through the ocean.
Mhm.
And it is incredibly peaceful and quiet. And when I say quiet, I mean it is silent except for these little drops. And it's at this point you realise that any sounds that you make down here will probably carry a long way.
Whoops.
Ah.
Shit.
But as you look around, you find that there seems to be at the moment be a one way forward again off to the top left. By the way, what I've done is I've created a token. It's just a red outline for the hex, and I'm controlling it, and you're observing it. So you just tell me when it comes to you making choices where to go, you just tell me where to move it.
I'll real quick. Is that? Oops, sorry, that was a big ping. Is that little pool deep enough that I need to stick my head under to see if there's like a passage hidden underneath or anything like that?
Oh, no.
You cannot see very deep.
April just went thump.
Oh.
Yes. April has DC'd. the
Okay.
looks.
Well, we
sit down and chill under the glowworm.
it's okay. Yeah, Duncan. You cannot see very deep into the water. Again, it's a matter of light.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'll stick my head under and have a look
Okay.
anyway then. with
yeah.
the dark vision.
It goes fairly deep. You think that if you wanted to search for hidden passages, you would need to swim.
Okay, I'll do that. I'm wearing light armor now.
Give me a perception check, please.
They can't fit a Hydra in here.
Or
You
can they?
Why would you say that?
11 on the perception.
April has said internet blowout 1 minute. One moment.
Mhm.
And our videos are all messed up. That's okay. I think everyone at
Am I the
home will
DM
be
again?
able to cope.
Hoomst is hoomst.
So, Duncan, Did you give me? Yes, you did give me a perception
I did,
check.
sorry, it was
It's
an
not
11.
very high.
No, correct.
You go down a bit before basically bumping your snout on the bottom of the pool, and you do find there are a few bones down here. They look very... they are bleached, they are meatless, they are white. They might have been here a long time.
Bleach underground?
Noted.
Well, bleached might not be the right word. They are boneless,
But they're
is what I'm
clean.
saying. They're
Yeah,
clean,
they're-
yes.
Yeah.
Welcome back, April. Duncan is now at the bottom of the pool and has found bones.
Oh, I got really bad really quickly.
Things have accelerated. You're not
is there,
quite
like-
Donald Glover, but you're close.
Is there like a skull sitting in a fairly ominous position?
No, it looks like there's just 3 or 4 bones scattered along the ground.
Okay, well, I'll grab one
Okay?
and I'll
Is that a
swim back up
trophy?
to the surface. No. I'm just gonna like
No?
emerge fist first from the water, holding a bone,
Okay.
and not say anything. Just kind of walk out holding a bone.
Oh, she's gone again.
April is out
Oop.
again. Oh,
She's-
and you're back.
Coming back again.
Oh my god, sorry. I had to hotspot and my hotspot dropped out as well.
Oof.
The technological
rough.
curse continues.
Not so hot spot.
Okay, it should be okay now.
Yeah, you seem good now. So Duncan has just emerged from the pond holding it looks like a femur of something.
Oh, it's a big
Seriously,
bone.
every time I drop out and come back, it's just like steadily getting worse and worse and worse. First it was bones, and then it was a femur, which I assume is humanoid.
Well,
That's awful.
I will need, if anybody wants to determine what this is a femur of, give me a nature check.
Oh, I'm good at that, but my sheet's not loading. Hang on.
Give it a crack.
When he
That's a
doesn't know
13
about
for Dunk.
bones.
Hang on.
April, I can roll for you if you like. I've got your sheet up.
Please do. Thank you.
Okay. It's a 15 for Drench. Do you want to? You can guidance yourself if you want.
Please, yes. I think I still have it on.
Okay. Oh, you can get a 3, so it's an 18 on your nature.
Nice.
Yay. The internet has returned.
Right. So, Drench, you identify this is a humanoid bone of some kind, but not entirely humanoid. It's probably not only is it not human or elf or, the standard humanoids, it probably isn't from any of your species either.
It's a dwarf.
Has a slightly reptilian shape to it.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. It's definitely not, your normal kind of 2-legged folk. It's kind of like a lizard bone, but like a 2-legged lizard bone.
Like a dinosaur.
Also, with your 18, you
like
think
a dinosaur, like a lizard folk, or maybe something like that.
it's hard to tell because of how the water's treated it, but however, the bone itself isn't showing any indication of how the creature died. There aren't any obvious, butchering marks or anything like that.
Yeah.
But it's also possible that it could have been here for years.
I don't know. It's as much as I know. I don't know how it died. It ended up in there, I guess. So.
Let's hope it was an absolutely natural and peaceful falling into a pond.
Yeah.
Do you feel like it's kind of ritualistic or nah? Does that feel ritualistic to you?
There weren't enough
Does it
bones
feel
down there, I
ritualistic?
don't think, for a ritual.
I think
Oh,
you
okay.
would sort of need more like runes and altars for rituals. It tends to be very dramatic, from what I've
Oh.
heard.
Oh, okay.
Not that she'd know.
By the way,
Not that you
cave
know anything
seems
about rituals.
cave seems dangerous, so let's be careful.
Yeah,
Throws the bone back in the water.
Doink.
Split.
The Hydra leaps back out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and-
the splashes echo forever.
Yeah,
The bone
drums.
hydra.
Drums in the deep.
No.
No.
Okay.
So there is.
I was debating whether I should turn into a bat or not. Nah.
That would be fun.
Turn to a bat. That never helps.
Well, good, let's keep going. I'll decide.
Okay.
Forge ahead then.
Yep. The tunnel seems to curve around a bit. Can I get another 2 perception checks? I've also decided that instead of a perception, one of you can choose to roll survival to
Perception's fine.
find a path through the cave.
Mine are
Interesting.
equally.
19 on
Does
perception
anyone have
from
better than a
Todd.
+3 on survival?
No.
I have a
Mine's
plus
+2.
7.
These are
But
wisdom.
yours will be disadvantaged because you're blind.
Yes.
Not blind, because Gwendolyn has.
Because Gwen has the thing. Yeah,
I
Yeah.
do have the stick
Hooray.
up.
noted.
My sexy torch.
Yeah, if Drench was blind, Drench would just be constantly tripping over things.
He is very clumsy even when he can see. So okay,
In this in this
in
environment, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, Gwenny's holding it as high as she can so that it's not like, so that the prongs aren't like beaming in anyone's face.
I rolled a 9 plus 4.
Okay, so it's a 19 from Todd and a 13 from Drench. So you move into the next section. At this point, the cave seems to become a bit more even. Drench, you get the impression that maybe water used to flow through here a long, long time ago. And it's smoothed it all out a little bit. But there are still stalagmites, stalactites, various rock formations. Todd, in the front, leading, you are fairly confident that the way is clear as you're moving through. But Todd, with your 19, you do spot something just very, very, very faintly reflecting a little bit of light from Gwendolyn's trident. As you get closer, you see it's a coin. It is a silver coin of modern mint. So someone has definitely been through this way. And you can add 1 silver to your inventory if you want.
Yay!
Nice.
We want.
That's a lucky coin.
We do
Well,
not
it probably
pass
wasn't
up
lucky
coin.
for the guy who dropped it and probably got eaten by a cave monster.
1 silver.
Um,
Nice.
And so I should explain that each of these hexes, because it's difficult terrain, this is taking you about an hour per hex minimum to explore. So there is a lot of just moving through, winding around, climbing over rocks, squeezing between
Climbing up,
holes.
climbing down.
Yeah. You have to wonder about whoever was the first person to do this and decided to keep
Gotta get
going.
that land stride.
Yeah. And again, there is currently only one way forward. Can I get another perception and survival roll as you move on to the next area?
Yep. Are we stealthing in again?
I mean, we got passes out of trace, right? So,
Yeah.
Yep.
so. Oh, the Lego dice are fun. Oh, I got a 17 plus 7, 24.
I'm
Plus
sorry,
dice.
Lego dice?
Yep.
Yeah, there's Lego dice.
Oh, no.
25.
That's pretty good.
These are fun. I love these.
12. I'm distracted by dice.
Yeah, I was just like, I need to,
Yeah.
I need to go dice shopping.
Yeah.
Quick, everyone, Lego dice.
Yeah.
And I will actually just get a group stealth check,
yeah.
Yeah.
which I expect will be high.
One would
Well,
hope.
oh my god, I have better stealth
Uh,
than I did as Dag. So
12
I've
plus
that up.
10, so 20, 22.
Flaccid 20.
30, so plus 10. Beautiful.
So that's an 18, and with Pass Without a Trace, that's 28.
Oh yeah, so with Pass Without a Trace, it's 30. Jeez.
You got 30, yeah.
So, I mean, it comes down to
Oh.
group average, and everyone in your group has gotten at least 20.
Yep.
Which is pretty good. So, as you move into the next area, Drench. Yes, Drench, you rolled 25 in the survival.
Plus
so,
2, 27.
No, 25 total, because it was plus 1.
Oh, plus
Yep.
guidance.
Yeah. So you do actually start to
Oh.
find what you think is probably the path that was being followed by whoever has walked this before you. You actually start to find occasional evidence of probably accidental vandalism, damage to some of the more fragile geological formations in here, the occasional
No.
scratch. And you
Well,
then
that's not right.
you come to one spot where there is on the ground you find it looks like a bottle, and it has been smashed as if it has been dropped or thrown onto the ground. And
Somebody just wanted the marble from it.
Yeah, Ramen bottle.
you look around, and because your roll was so high, you realize that the bottle was probably dropped from the ceiling above you.
Oh.
And you look up, and you realize there is a stalactite up there that doesn't have a corresponding stalagmite below it. That's not how stalactites are supposed to work, because they drip down and another one forms from underneath. This one, there's only a stalactite and nothing underneath.
Does it... Very quietly, he's going to ask Todd if he smells anything other than cave water and cold rocks. Anything maybe alive or monstery. Just quietly.
What would
everyone
you
become
like
man?
me to roll to snuff?
That is perception.
Okay. Perceive. I perceive. This is where I roll low because I've got all those natties so far.
You got it. Don't say that. See, good. Roll
18.
good.
Okay. 18. Yeah, Todd, you sniff. There is a slight smell that you would associate with a predator, with the breath of something that has eaten raw flesh.
It's eaten me.
And it is coming from directly above you. It's coming from that stalactite, in fact.
Oh, there's something in there.
Fireball the ceiling.
But to your eyes,
Do
it
it.
looks just like a stalactite.
Yeah,
Grinch is
Todd,
just going to point at the stalactite and just go,
yeah. Todd's nodding. He said, "There's something there."
Gwen is going to look back at Trench and be like
Smells like something
like
hunting.
seeking confirmation.
Your slide's showing a little bit, kind one, but I think
Okay.
you're saying blow it up? Blow it up?
Yeah. Gwen will cast fireball at the ceiling.
By a ball.
how high is the ceiling?
Firebolt, sorry, yeah.
Oh, thank God.
Firebolt.
I don't want to be in a small... I don't care how big the room is. I said I
She didn't
cast
ask how
fireball.
big the room is. She said she cast fireball.
The ceiling is about 50 feet above you.
Okay, so
I
not a really,
cast
really small
fire.
room.
That
Yeah, I'll
happened to
cast
Shannon.
fireball at it.
in Shadowrun, you can actually pick how strongly you cast something, and our dwarf was like, I cast it at maximum, and my brother was like, you know what that'll do? And the dwarf said, did I stutter?
Okay.
I would like to burn up all the oxygen in this
Yeah.
and Gwendolyn,
enclosed space.
so 50 feet is within range of your dark vision, which goes up to 60 feet. So you can see your target. So you don't have disadvantage. You can just roll to attack.
Good. I rolled a 15.
15. 15, this little bolt of fire flies up. Actually, I should give you advantage on this because it is
Surprise.
It is a surprise attack. Yep.
And it's
Cool.
in a
I'll
little
just
hole.
roll again.
And
Does anyone want to guide me?
in case that doesn't make it obvious, 15,
You're too far away.
15
Oh, there you
would have missed.
Ah.
Mm-hmm.
Wee, but I rolled a 12,
No.
so I'm
So
just
you just-
lighting it up.
Splash! It just flashes off the edge of this thing.
Oops,
And
misaimed.
immediately, this stalactite unfurls, tendrils come down, a single eye opens up, and a gaping maw of
Oh, it is
teeth
Queen
opens up.
Goma, let's go.
It's
And
not Queen Goma.
it's 10:20, so I think we should finish there and find out what happens next week.
We woke it up.
You woke it up.
Yay!
It had no idea that you were there because your stealth roll was so good.
Shit.
But it knows now.
One of us would have tripped over something. We would have got a nat one and woken it up.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
So,
I just rolled a different dice and it got 19.
So we will be back next week when we will be rolling initiative to deal with this roper. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.